channel. My name is Ellen and today I'm going to be showing you how to separate calatheas. Right then guys, so I'm going to be showing you how to separate these two lovely plants in front of me today. So this one here is called Calathea Musaica. So it's got these beautiful mosaic-like leaves and it's absolutely stunning. I found it for £4 from the garden centre and it's grown loads since I've got it. So I just want to separate these today because I'm looking at potentially giving them as Christmas gifts and things, which is a really good idea. I wouldn't normally separate plants at this time of year, but you know, sometimes you sort of need to do these things, and if I want to give them away as gifts, then I will have to do it now. So I'm just going to go for it. And we then have this beautiful Stromanthe Triostar, it's called. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it's got this beautiful pink variegation on it. Once again, this one was also £4. I picked them up together with the intention to do exactly what I'm going to do today, separate them up into different pots. I'm hoping to separate each plant into four different pots. So yeah, let's see how we get on today. Right then guys, so we are going to start today with this Calathea Stromanthe Triostar. So I'm just going to take this out of the pot to show you. So I'm just going to lightly squeeze around the edges here. They are a little bit root bound. You can see some roots coming out the bottom here. They have grown a lot since I got them in these tiny plants, in these tiny pots, sorry. So it's probably a good thing that we are doing this today as well. So to really show you here. So there we are. So that's it there. So I'm just gonna, now that I have let this soil get quite dry, so I am just gonna separate lightly some of this soil away so that we can really see what we're looking at. So I'm just going to get in here then guys and see where we can separate and see what it's looking like. So you do kind of have to break them sometimes. There's quite a few here that I think we can separate. I'm hoping to get 4 out of this. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a little one on its own there. We'll see where we get to. So first thing I'm going to do is try and separate these two here. So I'm just going to very lightly break this apart. Right, so there we are then guys, so that's the first separation there for you. I did just have to snap it off here guys, off the other one, because they do all attach. So you might need to just snap or slightly cut through different bits, but as long as each section has roots on it, then you'll be absolutely fine. Trying to reroot these is a bit of pain, so I definitely try and keep the roots on each cutting. So I'm just gonna sit that one off to one side. And then I'm gonna come back in here now. That one there actually looks like it's already broken off. You can see there. And I don't think it has many roots attached to it. So I'm just going to see, oh no. Yes, it doesn't actually have any roots attached to that, guys. So that's the one thing that I didn't want to happen. I am actually still going to pot that and see if I can get it to grow. It should be okay. But yeah, we'll sort of see how that goes. Right, so what I'm going to do actually, guys, is I'm going to keep that last piece there as one whole section. And then I'm going to break this one here because I can see that this side bit, sorry, get you on the camera. See this side bit here actually does have roots growing on it. So I'm going to just break that there off. Oh, I hate breaking plants. There we go. So that one there. So it has got a nice big root on there. So that should grow fine. So I'm just going to pop that down. And yeah, this one here is left with loads of roots on. So that's going to grow perfectly and that will keep growing really nicely. So I'll probably give this one here as a gift to someone. And then I will probably also gift this one here, which has also got really nice root growth, mainly because I'm going to be gifting them within the next month or so. And the last thing I want to do is give away a gift that isn't going to root. So those two there are going to be my main gift ones. And then these two here will be the two that I will keep and we'll sort of see how they go. So I've just got some really small pots here, guys. Let's just brush that soil over to one side there and I will clean up in a minute. So I've just got these 4 pots here then, guys, that I'm going to pot into today. Now my soil today, let me just show you it there. So my soil today is a really nice barky mixture. It's got some coca coir in there, it's got some orchid bark, so really nice barky mixture, and some perlite in there as well. So these do like to be quite well draining. You don't want those roots to get too wet or soggy at all. So yeah, so we're going to go with this today. So I'm just going to pop that up into a pot here. So as you can see here, guys, I've left these two with a little bit less soil in because they're the ones that we are going to be using to put the fully rooted plants in. So I've just got one of the pots here, guys, that I've put quite a lot of soil in already because I'm going to pot these two cuttings with just a few roots or no roots at all in. So I'm just going to pop that inside here and then just fill in around there with the soil. Just make sure it's nice and secure in there. And then I'm just going to pop just a tiny bit of water in there. Hopefully it will help with some root growth. And I'll just pop that over to one side. Then I'm going to take the other full pot here, just make a little hole in the middle. Now this one has got no roots on at all, so I really don't need to worry about where this sits. I just want to make sure that it's in enough to support it and not let it fall over. And then hopefully in the next few weeks that will grow some nice roots. I am going to pop that one up in the window so it's in quite a bright light situation. Now I wouldn't normally pop these in the window because it can affect the variegation, especially when they are a fully rooted plant. However, because it's winter here as well and we don't have a lot of light this time of year, I am just gonna pop those two in the window so that they have real good chance of rooting. Now these two here, I will pop in a brightish light situation, but I don't want to pop them in too bright a light because they have got, as you can see, fully bedded roots there already. So I am just going to pop those roots in there, try not to break them or disturb them too much. And then we're just going to fill in around the sides here with some soil. I'm just going to add a little bit of water to that one too. Just make sure there's no air bubbles and just push that soil down a little bit. And the same with this one here. Yeah, so when you're doing this, guys, just make sure you don't cover up the base of the plant too much here. You don't want to cause any root rot there. Just put a little bit of water in there. Cool. So that there then is my first 4 plants. So I will be keeping the first 2 there that haven't got much of a root system because I don't like giving presents away that don't have many roots. But the back 2 here will probably go to friends or family. I just think it's a really nice gift, especially smaller plants, because it's easier for them to look after. And then by the time they know how to look after them, they'll start growing bigger. So yeah. Right, so we're then moving on to the Calathea Musaica. Now, I love this plant, it's so beautiful. It's got such lovely patterns around the leaves. I don't know if you can see very well there. It looks so lovely. Now, once again, I'm just loosening around the edge. Now, this one seems to have a few more roots coming through the bottom than the last one did. So I'm just going to slightly move those off there to hopefully help ease that out. Yeah, so as you can see there, look, there's lots of roots at the bottom there. Same as the last one, I am just going to break this up. Now this soil looks quite nice, so I am actually just going to break it up into here, just to save too much mess. So same as the last plant, guys, just brushing away some of the soil, trying not to affect too many of the roots. So yeah, so I am actually just gonna stop there, I think. I'm just gonna mix all of that in with the soil that I already had in there, and then that will just create a really nice mix. And it's actually then a soil that this plant's already used to, so it should go down quite well. Right then, so let's just give that a bit of space. So now I'm actually just going to grab a pair of scissors because I think this one's going to be easier to cut than break. Right, so I've just got some nice sharp scissors here, so hopefully this will be a little bit easier. So I'm just looking to go, and I don't know if you can see this here, but you can see how each one sort of goes in. I believe that they're all attached in the centre here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find sections that I can see have roots growing on them. And just cut them into sections and see how many we get. So these seem to be a little bit more individual, guys, than the other, than the Triostar that I've just done. They seem to be a little bit more individual rather than attached. So I'm just going to slowly, I know this one here has got a root attached here, so I'm just going to slowly tease that apart there and see what sort of happens, whether it's going to come on its own or whether it wants to come with another one. Ah, there we go. So those roots have actually quite nicely separated there as well. Bit of a knot in the middle there. But that's quite good. If you can do that without losing too many roots, then that's quite good. Right, so there's one there. Now that could potentially break in the centre there as well. It depends how much you want to break them up. Now this here, I reckon I could probably get quite a decent, I don't know. Yeah, there's that one. There's another one there. Now that one there is quite cute. It's got quite a nice fullness to it. It's got a little damaged leaf there that I am actually just going to take off because it would just stunt the growth a little bit there. So I'm just going to pull that one there off. But yeah, I quite like those together actually, so I'm probably going to leave that all together. That's got a really nice root system there. So that's definitely going to be one plant there. That there is going to be number... I feel like that can break quite easily there, yeah. There we go, so that's going to be number 2, number 3, and this one here will be number 4, so that's just got some nice roots there as well. Right then guys, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one then. So this one here, guys, is actually just broken off of that set there, but it has actually got quite a nice root on it still, so I'm just going to pot those in with that one there. I don't need more than 4 pots at the moment, so I think that's plenty. So same as before, guys, I'm just going to fill up these pots here. Right, there we are. So I'm just making a mess as usual, so they can just... So some of these do have quite nice roots on, so I might have to take out some of the soil as we go, but we're going to give it a go to start off with. Now this has probably got the least soil in it out of all of them, so let's just try and bury these roots in here and see how we get on. Now, as long as you're not breaking the roots, guys, you can sort of squidge the roots down a little bit. You know, they're more sensitive if you actually break the roots. So yeah, just squidge the roots into a little hole there And it just sort of helps hold it in if you then have a lot more soil that you can add to the top. If it's just resting on the top, then it's going to fall over as it grows. And you want those roots really in there so that they can grab hold of the soil and feel nice and secure. So yeah, so that's number one there. Now that's probably my favourite looking. I think that looks really pretty and really full as a plant. So that's definitely going to be a gift one. I love giving plants as gifts. I think it's such a lovely way to spread the plant love. So I'm just going to keep going here, potting them up. Just keep adding soil around the plant. There are some really huge chunks of bark in this, so I am just pulling those out because the pots are currently too small to be able to cater for those. It doesn't actually help with the plant at all, whereas when they get bigger and you're potting up a bigger plant, they'll be perfect, those big chunks. Right, let's just add a little bit of water to that there too. Some of these taller ones look like they're going to fall over a little bit. So there's number 2. Once again, a nice big hole for this one because it's got quite big roots. Just being careful not to break the leaves off or break any of the roots there, guys. There we are, a nice bit of water. Just a little bit of soil over there because it just, when you water sometimes it does just push the soil down a little bit and take out any air bubbles, so you might need to just add a little bit more soil. Right, and then the final one. So I'm going to do these in 2 parts. I'm going to put this one here in first, so it can sit to the side there, and then this one in that way round, so you just get a really nice look, and then just push in the soil around the sides. There we are, so there's 4th one, just a little bit of water in there. There we go then, guys. Right then, guys, well there we are. We now have 8 beautiful Calatheas instead of 2. So yeah, it's a really nice idea breaking these plants up and giving them as gift ideas. I love receiving plants myself, and even if people aren't that keen on plants, they're quite small and it's just a really nice, lovely idea. So with care tips for these ones, guys, whilst they're growing, because they're so small at the moment and some of them need to establish roots, I just put them in quite a high light situation, give them plenty of water. I'll probably be watering these every couple of days, really trying to keep them moist. Now, once they're fully established and they do start to grow, I would move them a little bit further away from the window. So these Calatheas live best in a mid-light, so pulled back a little bit from a southeast, southwest sort of facing window. So no direct sunlight at all. And they don't really like high indirect light either. So yeah, just sort of medium mid-light, pulled back from the window a little bit, and that should do these really well. Now, watering wise, once these are fully established, like my big one back here, my beautiful rattlesnake, now I let this get quite dry before I water it, and I don't have any issues with this one at all. As you can see, it's absolutely huge. It's doing really well. So that's kind of where I'd go with that. And the same with this one here. So this is a Magic Star, which is really similar to the Triostar here. It's got slight different variegation there that you can see. But yeah, so care-wise for that is really similar. These are 2 that have actually come off of another plant. So my mum had a big one that wasn't doing so well, so I broke it up and separated. And this one here actually came from a tiny little stem. It didn't even have a leaf on it from that plant, and I've already got 3 leaves out of that already. So that's really good. They do grow fast, especially once you get going. Try and keep the leaves clean, and it will help with the sun hitting the leaves there. But yeah, that's it really, guys. In terms of fertilisation, they do quite like to be fertilised. So I'd just add a tiny bit of really diluted fertiliser to your water every single time you water them. Pretty much throughout the year. If they really do stop growing, then stop. But these Calatheas do tend to grow throughout most of the year. I mean, like I said with this little one here, I propagated that and it was just a tiny little stem. Obviously it had a few roots at the bottom and things, but yeah, it was just a stem mainly. And that was a couple of weeks ago, and I've already got 3 brand new leaves. So they do really like that. And that's sat in a southeast facing window. Like I said, because it's in the winter time here, then you can sort of sit them a bit close to the window as they don't get such bright light. So that's it for my video today then, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a big thumbs up if you liked my video today. It might be that you've been watching quite a few of my videos now and you just forgot to hit that subscribe button. So please do, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!